Well, a very good morning to you. Hello and welcome to Harvey Haddon Sports Village ahead of the Swim England East Midland Short Course Championship 2025. Before the gala can commence, I have to make the following safety announcements. You're reminded that the depth of the water is 2 meters at both ends of the pool and throughout the entire pool area. The starting blocks are 600 millimeters above the water level at both ends of the pool. Coaches and team managers are reminded that only those swimmers who have reached the standard of the Swim England Competitive Start Award are permitted to start with a shallow racing dive from the starting blocks. If there is a false start, you must continue with a shallow racing dive. You must not topple into the water head downwards, as this is dangerous. If you're starting in the water, you must lower yourself over the side. Do not jump or dive. The signal you will hear, if it becomes necessary to evacuate the building, will be a siren with an announcement and red flashing beacons on poolside. To evacuate the building, all those present must use the marked emergency exit. Swimmers and officials should not return to the changing rooms to collect their clothes or belongings. Photography is not permitted on poolside, however, is welcome in the spectator balcony. You are requested to focus on your own children as much as is reasonably possible, especially in images intended to be shared with family and friends. The use of a mobile telephone in the changing rooms is completely prohibited at all times. The use of a mobile phone in the changing rooms is completely prohibited at all times. Please welcome to poolside your referees and their team of technical officials. Your lead referee is Terry Bream. He's assisted by James Winger, Richard Roberts, and Andy Aitken. Your starter is Wayne Breezer. Please stand if you're able for the national anthem. First event of the morning will be the female 100 meters freestyle. This is heat one.
Take your marks.
And just like that, morning number 2 of the Swimming East Midland Short Course Championships 2025 is underway. First event this morning, the female 100 meters freestyle heats. 3 athletes in the pool. Rose Webb goes in lane 3, Scarlett Humphreys in 4, and Alana Haker is in lane 5. Scarlett Humphrey leads the way. She is a para swimmer, as are the 3 athletes in the pool right now. Humphrey races in the S11 classification. I mean, she has a visual impairment with hardly any visibility at all. She races with completely blacked out goggles. And you'll see the tappers at either end of the pool assisting her as we go through this race. So last few meters for her. Scarlett Humphrey stops the clock on 1:10.34. Second to finish there is Rose Webb, and Alana Haker takes 3rd spot.
Clear the pool, swimmers.
This is Heat 2.
Take your mark.
Second heat in the female 100 meters freestyle takes to the water. Amber Haycock, an S10 para-athlete, goes in lane 2. Evie Newman is in 3. Louis Cooper's in 4. Nicola Michalska goes in 5. Alice Wallinger is in 6. And Molly Thompson is in lane 7. .30.30 for Alice Wallinger to turn in 1st place in lane 6. She leads just ahead of Nicola Michalska in 5, but Michalska may get her feet on the wall first as we take the final 25 meters. That's the last 5 now. It is going to be lane 5, Nicola Michalska, who stops the clock first in 1:02.34. Alice Wallinger finishes 2nd in a 1:03.41. It's Molly Thompson in lane 7 that gets their 3rd.
Clear the pool.
This is Heat 3.
Take your mark.
Ella Bourne goes in lane 1. 2 is Sienna Brett. In 3, it's Kirsten Hibbard. 4 is Alyssa Giroud. 5, Lucy Willett. 6 is Evie Coburn. 7 is Chloe Morley. And 8 is Daisy Taylor. Already the first 50 completed. Lane 6 got there first. 29.84 for Evie Coburn of Melton Mowbray. And now the last 15 meters. This is a very close heat. The third heat of the female 100 free. Lanes 4 and 5. I think we'll come in 1-2. Which way around they go? Up for debate. Lucy Willett's got there first. 102.53. And in the end, second actually came from Chloe Morley in lane 7. 102.76. 1/100th ahead of Alyssa Giroud in lane 4. Lane 4. This is heat 4.
Take your marks.
Kimberly Hayes leads through the first 50 of this 100 meters freestyle. The Northampton athletes in lane 5, and she's pulling well ahead as we turn for 25 meters to go. Hard work this is going to be for Kimberly Hayes on this last 25, but she looks like she's rising to the challenge. Lane 2, Amelia Bird also in the mix. And it's Kimberly Hayes that stops the clock first. 101.12 for the Northampton swimmer. Over a second ahead of Amelia Bird, who finishes second from lane 2. Amy Walker takes third place. This is heat 5.
Take your marks.
Fantastic start from Harriet Dickerson in lane 4. Elsewhere, it's Olivia Graham in 1, Eve Burden in 2, Melande Badenhorst goes in 3. 5 is Sophie Stafford-Gill. In 6 is Imogen Howitt. 7 is Evie Lilly. And 8 is Megan Lamb. It's lane 5. Sophie Stafford-Gill from the city of Leicester, who leads, the only swimmer out in less than 30 seconds. 29.2, her opening split. And into the last 15 meters. Could we see our first sub-minute? We might just be the wrong side of it, but Sophie Stafford-Gill stops the clock in 1:00.99. Imogen Howitt goes 1:02.11 to finish second. And Olivia Graham takes third spot from lane 1. This is heat 6.
Take him up. Take your marks.
Sixth heat of the female 100 meters freestyle. Amelia Atkinson goes in lane 1. Hannah Bruce in 2. Florence Seniors in 3. Saley Llewellyn in 4. Evelyn Sasbo's in 5. Maisie Matthews in 6. Julia Josviak is in 7. And Sarah Dew is in lane 8. (29.10) was the quickest split from Hannah Bruce in lane 2. Sarah Dew second in lane 8. And those two swimmers continue to lead on that last turn. It'll be between 2 and 8 into the finish here. Hannah Bruce, I think, will just hold on. 101.20 for the South Link swimmer. Sarah Dew finishes second in 101.4. And Evelyn Sasbo takes third place. Heat 7.
Take him up. Take him up.
Heat 7 of the female 100 meters freestyle. Emily Rich goes in lane 1. Catherine Yates in 2. Sophie Lanes in 3. Ornalette in 4. Annabelle Blackbird in 5. Lola Holmshaw's in 6. Alicia Smith in 7. And Abby Turnbull is in lane 8. Well, Abby Turnbull leads in lane 8. 30.02. Nobody out underneath the 30-second mark in this heat. Abby Turnbull going well in lane 8. Lane 3 is also in the mix on this 7th heat. Sophie Lane's in lane 3. First hand on the wall was Sophie Lane, 101.83. Abby Turnbull finishes second. And Emily Rich in third.
Clear the pool, swimmers. Clear the pool. One, two. Take your mark.
This is heat 8.
Take your mark.
Erin Ingham goes in lane 1. 2 is Sally Marshall. In 3, it's Dorothy Plumpton. Olivia Mayles in 4. Holly Hale in 5. Lily Grace Bellfields in 6. Sian Headley's in 7. Hannah Clay is in lane 8. Sally Marshall, 29 years old from Nottingham Leander. She's out fastest, 29.81, just ahead, or just behind, I should say, of Sally Marshall. Just behind Sian Headley, there we go. I'll get my words right eventually. And now lane 4 started to take a lead. This is Olivia Mayle from Derby XL. 14-year-old male will get on the wall first. Is it going to challenge a minute? Yes, it is. First time underneath a minute that we've seen so far this morning. Olivia Mayle goes 59.93. Sally Marshall 1 minute .46, and Sian Headley 1 minute .83.
Take him.
This is heat 9.
Take your mark.
Swimmers, coaches, team managers, please can all swimmers from heat 7 head to the referees table. That is all swimmers from heat 7. Please can you head to the referees table. Thank you. This is the 9th heat at a female 100 meters freestyle. Connie Banerjee's in 1, Effie Chapman in 2, Elsie Hatton in 3, Emily Talks in 4, Janet Fung's in 5, McKinley Ray Cotton's in 6, Anais Kirby's in 7, and Isla Johnson is in lane 8. McKinley Cotton swimming well in lane 6. And now lane 5 coming back strong. That's Janet Fung. Final 5 meters, very tight between 5 and 6. It's McKinley Cotton in 6 that holds on. 1 minute .03 this morning for the et-wall swimmer. Janet Fung goes 1 minute .38 to finish second. Elsie Hatton goes 1:01.10, and that's good enough for third place. This is heat 10.
Take your marks.
Holly Coleman goes in lane 1. 2 is Summer Chirita. In 3, it's Olivia Beard. 4 is Holly Jocelyn. 5, Grace Turner. 6, Kiara Reeder. 7 is Anna Clark. 8 is Faye Etten-Jones. This is where we're definitely expecting to see swimmers break the minute mark. And Kiara Reeder in lane 6, determined to be fastest in this heat. She's a body length ahead with 10 meters to go. The rest of the pack trying to gain on her, but I think Reeder will be able to hold them off. It is Reeder that finishes first, 59.89, the only swimmer underneath the minute mark from this group. And only the second time we've seen underneath a minute this morning. Cyclical heats now. This is heat 11.
Take your marks.
Asma Lafulha goes in lane 1. Kate Schilling is in 2. Eve Doherty in 3. Maria Romanskaya goes in lane 4. Lydia Cordell's in 5. Kazia Titsitson's in 6. Holly Gent in 7. Lily Rose Carr is in lane 8. Lane 5 going out exceptionally strong here. Lydia Cordell of Repton enters on a 56.50 and is absolutely swimming away from everybody else here. It is Lydia Cordell in 56.17 The fastest time we've seen this morning by some 3 seconds. Wins the heat by 1.5 seconds too. Kate Schillinger finished second. But it's 15-year-old Caudle that clocks the fastest time we've seen so far. Can anyone challenge 56.17 in the next 2 heats? This is heat 12.
Take your mark.
Emily Parkins goes in lane 1. In 2, it's Macy Brov. In 3, May Singer. Jessica Smeltz in 4. Anna Tyers in 5. Lucy Parsons in 6. Olivia McCall's in 7. Molly McGinley is in lane 8. Jessica Smelt in 27.06. Anna Tyers in 27.18. Just over 1/10 of a second between the 2 fastest seeded swimmers in this heat. Remember, a 56 low won the previous heat. Any advance on that? Jessica Smelt starts to pull further forward. She does stop the clock in 56.09. That's now the new fastest time. Anna Tyers goes 56.52 to finish second. Lucy Parsons, a 58.11, puts her third. This is heat 13.
Take your mark.
Vanilla Wooders in lane 1. 2 is Alyssa Lowe. In 3, Julia Kulik. In 4, it's Georgie Pryor. 5 is Holly Hibbett. Maya Al Mohammed goes in lane 6. Grace Wingham is in 7, and Miley Aram is in lane 8. Georgie Pryor, the fastest entrant into the whole weekend. 54.60 is her entry time. Remember, there are only 2 finals that you can qualify for at the Short Course Championships, a 16 and under final and a 17 and over final. Lydia Caudle, who's at that low 56, will be in the junior final, fastest with that time. 24-year-old Georgie Pryor looking to set the fastest time for the senior final, and she's going to do it too. Into the wall comes Georgie Pryor of Derby XL, 55.29. We'll put her in lane 4 of the senior final tonight. Holly Hibbett takes second in 57.91. It's Julia Kulik in third place. Coaches and team managers, please ensure you are displaying your accreditation at all times during the course of the weekend.
Clear the pool.
You must have a valid accreditation in order to be poolside. If you do not, you will need to leave the accredited areas on poolside. This is heat 7 of the female 100 meters freestyle.
Take your marks.
Please can Claire Anstey report to the spectator desk. Claire Anstey, please can you report to the spectator desk. Now this is a re-swim of heat 7. There was a little bit of confusion over the start, so all athletes in the heat would have been offered a re-swim. The athletes that you see on the screen there, Catherine Yates in 2, Orna Lett in 4, Annabelle Blackbird in 5, and Alicia Smith in lane 7, chose to accept that reswim. Now, it's always a bit of a gamble when you do get offered one, because your original time gets wiped out. So sometimes it's worth just sticking with the original time and saying, no, I'm happy with that. But if you feel that whatever has caused the need for the reswim to take place has hindered you, then it's well worth taking it. And Orna Lett wasn't on her time, struggled with the start in the previous version of this race. Great start on this one, and it's going to be a really good swim from her too. Final few meters for Orna Lett, well worth her doing the reswim. She goes 1:12, which she'll be really happy with. Catherine Yates a 1:02.87, and Emily Rich a
Clear the pool, swimmers.
1:02.93.
Clear the pool. Clear the pool.
This is the open male 200 meters freestyle, heat 1.
Take your marks.
Robbie Duff goes in lane 3. For Lincoln Vulcans, it's Ruben Meadows, a Bassett Law in 4. Riley Hamer, City of Lincoln goes in 5. And Sebastian Casey for Hinckley is in lane 6. All athletes here either 14 or 15 years old. Remember though, this weekend there are no individual age groups as such, just a junior and a senior age category, 16 and under, 17 and over. Remember, finalists will be published on the live results pages. You can access those by going to emswimchamps.org.uk. Sebastian Casey leads at the moment for Hinckley. Out quick, out in under a minute, 58 point. And continuing to look pretty comfortable as he comes into his last 50 now. Definitely seems to have front-ended this swim, but a tactic that's working for him as Riley Hamer in lane 5 looks to challenge the leader. Last 10 meters for Sebastian Casey of Hinckley. Entry time for him was a 2:07, and he ends up with a 2:03.92. Really good swim from Sebastian Casey of Hinckley. Riley Hamer goes 2:05.84 to finish second. It's nearly a second faster than his entry time, and Robbie Duff a 2:08.37. This is heat 2.
Take your marks.
Second here in the open mile 203. David Smurava of Ricknold goes in lane 1. Flynn Clark of Derby Excels in 2. James Cash of Deepings in 3. Dan Happelston for the City of Lincoln's in 4. Corey Butterell Quambra of Bassett Laws in 5. Leighton Anderson Snowden of Lauf in 6. Jacob Harness for Bassett Laws in 7. And Daniel Street of Bramcote is in lane 8. .50 meters complete. Dan Heppelston, the only swimmer out underneath a minute and well under it too. 58.25. Heppelston is only 15 years old. Oldest in this, Leighton Anderson Snowden and Daniel Street, they're both 16. And keep your eye on Daniel Street in lane 8, who has now started to make a move on the far side. Entry time for the 16-year-old from Bramcote is 2:06. He turns first into the last 25 meters. Looks towards the center of the pool, and that's always a boost when you know that you're taking the lead. Lane 4 trying to crawl it back, but won't be able to, as Daniel Street of Bramcote goes 2:02.3. That is 4 seconds faster than his entry time. Great swim from the young man from Bramcote in lane 8. Dan Heppelston finishes second. Anderson Snowden in third. This is heat 3.
Take your marks.
Third heat, the open mile 200 freestyle. Finley Bird along Eaton's in 1. Harry Lucas, City of Leicester in 2. Isaac Ebanks for Derby Excel in 3. Zach Jones of Northampton's in 4. Morgan Farrar, City of Lincoln in 5. Seth Hems Gilson of Repton in 6. Eddie Barron for Nova in 7. And Riley Woodward of Northampton's in lane 8. Lanes 1 and 7 leading so far on this heat. 15-year-old Bird of Long Eaton is in lane 1. And 16-year-old Barron of Nova is in lane 7. Bird leads into the final turn at the scoreboard end. Over half a second lead enjoyed by the swimmer from Long Eaton. But now being put under pressure from lane 2. This is Harry Lucas of the City of Leicester, and Lucas is absolutely powering on this last 25 meters. Harry Lucas will just get the touch. 1:59.14 and 1:59.40 for Harry Lucas and Finley Bird. Breaking 2 minutes is something I don't think you ever forget in a 200 freestyle, and both lads have done that this morning. This is heat 4.
Take your marks.
Jack Hurry's in lane 2. For Northampton, it's Jackson Crabb of City of Leicester in 3. Samuel Green of Bassett Law in 4. Sam Brilker of Corby's in 5. Ethan Randall of Corby's in 6. Jack Smith of City of Leicester in 7. And Finley Dare of Corby is in lane 8. So we've already seen 2 swimmers drop underneath the 2-minute mark. As we move into heat 4, we, for the first time, have swimmers who have entered on times inside the 2-minute mark. Some of them will be conversion times, though. Remember, you can enter these championships based on a 50-meter time that's then been converted to short course. Last turn at this end. It's Sam Brilka of Corby who leads. Teammate Ethan Randall riding his wake in lane 6. Well, these two have gone out very, very strong indeed. As we take the last 5 meters, Sam Brilka of Corby will set a phenomenal new best time, 1:54.61. And Ethan Randall goes 1:56.75. Big new best times for both lads. Finley Dare goes 1:58.77 to finish in 3rd. This is heat 5.
Take your marks.
David McCurr of Workshops in lane 1 on heat 5 of the Open Male 200 free. Jacob Pemberton of Derby Excels in 2. Austin Manley of Repton in 3. Luke Ibbison for Loughborough Unis in 4. Harley James of Loughborough Uni in 5. Tyler Hollyman of Corby in 6. Miles Willits of Repton's in 7. And Ruben Hubringer of Repton is in lane 8. This is the first of the 3 cyclical heats of the 200 freestyle. And that means we are seeing some of the fastest swimmers in the region racing right now. The 2 Loughborough Uni teammates side by side as they turn for 100 meters. Ibbison enters 3 seconds faster than James. A 1:48.60 is Luke Ibbison's entry time. Harley James set a 1:51.4 to qualify for these championships. Any swimmer in the region is eligible. All you have to be is a member of an affiliated club to the region and go under the published qualifying time, and then you qualify for the championships. We will see some big names, including some in the 200 free in just a little bit. Now you can see Luke Ibbison moving away from Harley James. Both of these guys will be back in the final tonight, I'm sure. But Luke Ibbison finishes first, 1:48.75. Well, that's about bang on what he would have been looking for. Harley James goes 1:50.90, again inside his entry time this morning. Austin Manley, aged only 15 from Repton, finishes in 1:54.42. That's the fastest junior that we will have seen so far. This is heat 6.
Take your marks.
Sixth heat, the Open Mile 200 meters freestyle. Dylan Jameson is in lane 1 for Derby XL. Damon Elliott of Loughborough Uni's in 2. Alexander Laurie goes in lane 3 for the Uni of Nottingham. Ruben Reboff from Keating of Loughborough Uni's in 4. Jacob Whittle goes in lane 5 for Repton. Eden Rowe and Northampton is in lane 6. Rico Brinchman, Loughborough Uni in 7. And Zachary Drayson, Derby XL, is in lane 8. Well, Reboff from Keating, usually a distance expert, loves the 400s, the 800s, 1500s, racing down here in the 200 freestyle. It's Jacob Whittle that starts to move. He's racing up into a longer distance event. It's Whittle that finishes first, 151.50. Ruben Reboff from Keating goes 151.81 to finish second. Alexander Laurie, 156.80 in third place. Whittle of Repton sets the fastest time so far. Second fastest time so far. 151.50. This is heat number 7.
Take your marks.
Fastest seat at the 200 freestyle. Dominic Bartoletti goes in lane 1 for Repton, who are well represented in this heat. Harvey Allsup's in 2, Alex Andrews in 3, Jacob Mills in 4, Alexander Harrand is in lane 5 for Derby XL, Jack Bignell of Northampton's in lane 6, Elliot Sibley is in lane 7 for Repton, and Lorenzo Cholan of Corby is in lane 8. Well, the man in lane 4, a bit of a sprint icon, as we all know, Jacob Mills, silver medalist at the British Championships on both the 50 and the 100 meters freestyle. Raced at the World Championships in Singapore, raced and medalled at the World Junior Championships in Romania. It's Mills out fastest, 51.01, and in a league of his own here. The 18-year-old from Repton, again, racing up, a sprint specialist, and yet can clearly deliver a really strong 200 free. Well, he'll have the big boys to contend with in the final tonight, but right now he's entirely on his own. We've seen a 1:48. That's the time for lane 4. Entry time for Jacob Mills is a 1:44.6. Not going to be quite on that. Is he under 1:48? Yes, he is. 1:46.49. So Jacob Mills will go into tonight's senior final fastest. Alex Andrews goes 1:53.0 to finish second. And Alexander Harrand, 1:53.65, puts him in third place. But Jacob Mills wins that heat by 7 seconds. This is the female 50 meters breaststroke, heat 1.
Take your marks.
Lane 3 is Phoebe Chu of Bramcote, Charlotte Seddon of Nottingham Leanders in 4, Ivy Brown of Elton Mowbray in 5, and Kayla Godfrey of Repton's in lane 6. Charlotte Seddon gets to the wall first, 36.21 for the Leander swimmer. Phoebe Chu, 36.80. This is heat 2.
Take your marks.
Isla Gray goes in lane 1 for Grantham. In 2, it's Iona Watson. 3, Abigail Archer. 4, Alexa Parker. 5 is Sarah Vasilevska. Olivia Forsman's in lane 6. Ruby Cummins is in lane 7. And Maisie Matthews is in lane 8. Well, 4 in a straight line as we come into the wall. Who gets on the wall first? It is Ruby Cummins of Wellingborough. 35.97 for the 20-year-olds. Alexa Parker goes 35.99, just 2 100ths back. And then Olivia Forsman, 36.01, just 5 100ths back. Incredibly close. This is heat 3.
Take your marks.
Emily Pierce is in lane 1 with Alice Wallinger in 2. Charlotte Sharman's in 3. Freya Wingfield-Dobbs goes in lane 5. Jemima Deakins in lane 7. And Martha McPherson is in lane 8. It's lane 5. Wingfield-Dobbs who leads. Wallinger in lane 2 trying to challenge her as we take the final few strokes. It will be Wingfield-Dobbs that gets there. 34.65 for the Leicester Shark swimmer. Inside her entry time, comfortably. Alice Wallinger goes 35.00. Also inside her entry time there too. This is heat 4.
Take your marks.
Final few meters, it is 4 feet, a female 50 breaststroke. Lane 4, Medley Collier of Repton is in the lead. She will take first place on this heat, 32.56. Please can we have the owners of the following vehicles? You are blocking people in. If you could move your cars, it would be appreciated. A Nissan registration, Sierra Golf 68 Oscar Kilo Juliet. And another vehicle that I don't even recognize the make of, but it's registration Oscar Echo 25 Charlie Whiskey Charlie. If you could please move your cars, we would be much obliged. Thank you.
Take your marks.
And one more car causing a problem. Toyota registration Yankee 7 Yankee Papa Charlie. If you can please move your cars so that this very nice lady can get out, she would be very, very happy indeed. Lane 4, Lily Booker of Loughborough University touches in first place in 32.27. The 24-year-old stops the clock over a second ahead of Asia Kent, who finishes second, and Alice May Downs in third. Heat 6 is the final heat.
Take your marks.
Fastest heat in the female 50 meters breaststroke. Hudson, Dunbar, Farr, Clark, Megan Singh, Amelia Denham, Maisie Simpson-Dawson and Philippa Hickman, the athletes in the pool here. Imogen Clark goes in lane number 4. She is the British record holder here. That sits at 29.17. She goes at 30.12 in the heats this morning. Megan Singh goes 31.83 to finish second. Anna Farr at 32.91 puts her in third place. And that's the 50 breasts done and dusted. This is the open male 100 meters breaststroke, heat 1.
Take your marks.
Open male 100 meters breaststroke is in the water. Daniel Bywater of Bramcott's in 1. Matteo Monaco for South Links in 2. Peter Nightingale, City of Leicester in 3. Archie Pettinger for Worksubs in 4. James Thomas Gainsborough in 5. Matthew Pegg at Wall in 6. Theo Gillam of Nova Centurion in lane 7. And Owen Johnson of Repton is in lane 8. Owen is an SB9 para swimmer. We are the only region in the country to license our championship events with World Para Swimming. That means that for the athletes that we have in the region who are registered internationally, their times do count here, and European records can also be set at this event. Lanes 2 and 3 come into the wall together to finish first and second. It's Matteo Monaco of South Links that got there first, only just. Peter Nightingale takes second place for City of Leicester. Archie Pettinger in the top 3. This is heat 2.
Take your marks.
Matthew Tompkinson goes in lane 1 for Louth. It's Oliver Dovey of Corby in 2. Hayden Hudson at Chesterfield in 3. Riley Hamer for the City of Lincoln goes in 4. Thomas Collins is in lane 5 for Bassetlaw. And lane 8 is Stephen Iankov for Repton. Ollie Dovey leads in lane 2 on the final turn, but being pushed here by Thomas Collins in 5 and Stephen Iankov in lane 8, who's kind of swimming on his own. It will be Oliver Dovey who goes 1:10.28 and stops the clock fastest. Thomas Collins finished second in 1:11.0. Stephen Iankov 1:11.24 puts him in third place. This is heat 3.
Take your marks.
Ed Oscroft is in lane 1 for Northampton. Finley Underwood of Rushton in 2. Samuel Green, Bassett Law in 3. James Nightingale, City of Leicester in 4. Jake Battle of Repton in 5. Arthur Blacklaw, City of Leicester in 6. Max Burdett for the City of Leicester in 7. And Joshua Chirita for Repton in lane 8. Halfway turn, it was James Nightingale who got his hands on the wall first. Only 9 100ths ahead of Jay Battle in lane 5. Solid underwater from Jake Battle in 5. Did bring him briefly in front of James Nightingale in 4. I'm not sure which way round it'll end on the wall though. It's Battle that out-touches him, only by 4 100ths of a second. James Nightingale takes second place, 108.29. Finley Underwood, 110.21. The Rushton athlete in lane 2. This is heat 4.
Take your marks.
This is the 4 feet of the men's 100 meters breaststroke. It's Mark Kamatov in lane 1 for Kettering. Finley Gibson Loughborough's in 2. Lane 4 is Josh Mitchell-Story for Loughborough Uni. 5, Oliver Caddick for Loughborough Uni. 6 is Paul Page of Hinckley. 7 is Noah Dunyert of Loughborough Uni. And 8 is Jack Smith, City of Leicester. Lanes 4 and 5 take to the wall together. It's Josh Mitchell-Story and Oliver Caddick in first and second. 104.63 and 104.83. 2 tenths of a second between the two teammates. Mark Kamatov goes 106.20 to get inside the top 3. Heat 5.
Take your marks.
Nicholas Salco Pavola goes in lane 1 for Leicester Sharks. It's nobody in lane 2. Lane 3 is Amantethi of Rushton. 4 is Tyler Toombs for Nova Centurion. 5, Caleb O'Brien for Corby. Derby XL have Eden Saint in 6. Michael Granchev goes in lane 7 for the Union Nottingham, and Joshua Yip is in lane 8 this morning, also for the Uni of Nottingham. It's Tyler Toombs of Nova Centurion who turned first at halfway, the only athlete underneath 30 seconds for 50 meters. Now he needs to hold off Caleb O'Brien on his right-hand side. Also coming for him is Amantethi on his left. Toombs doing a good job of holding off his competition as he takes the wall first. 103.34 for Tyler Toombs. Caleb O'Brien goes 103.95. That takes second. Tethi just into the low 104s. This is heat 6.
Take your marks.
Results for the female 100 meters freestyle are now available online. emswimchamps.org.uk to view all of the live results. This is the final heat of the open male 100 meters breaststroke. Morgan Farrar is in lane 1 for the City of Lincoln. Austin Manley goes in lane 2 for Repton. Grantham have got Ben Roberts in 3. William Sonks of Repton in 4. Jeremiah Carnegie of Repton in 5. Arian Naff of Corby in 6. Zachary Drayson, WXL in 7. Zach Hopkinson, Grantham is in lane 8. Last couple of strokes for the 2 Repton teammates in the middle. It's Will Tonks that takes the touch. 102.31 and 102.83 for Jeremiah Carnegie. Austin Manley goes 106.43. This is the female 400 meters individual medley, heat 1.
Take your marks.
Female 400 meters IM is in the pool. Caitlin Davidson's in lane 2 for Nova. Bassett Law have Abigail Betts in 3. Isabel Rafferty in 4. Isabel Tags in 5 for Nova. And Kayla Godfrey of Repton is in lane 6. Finalists for the female 100 free are confirmed as Lydia Caudle, Kate Schillinger, Maya Al-Mohammed, Olivia McCall, Macy Bro, all of Repton, Holly Gent of City of Leicester, Lily Rose Carr, City of Lincoln, and Molly McGinley of Repton. And then in the 17 years and over age group, Georgie Pryor of Derby XL, Jessica Smelt, Loughborough Uni, Anna Tyers, Derby XL, Holly Hibbert of Repton, Julia Kulik of Loughborough Uni, Maria Romanowskaya of Newark, Lucy Parsons, Loughborough Uni, and Eve Doherty for Repton. If anybody does not want to race in a final tonight, then you must withdraw. Maybe 20. But please do let us know at the medals table if you do not want to swim in a final. And equally, if you are a reserve finalist, so if you are placed 9th or 10th, and you know that you don't want to swim the final, then just withdraw from it. Just head to the withdrawals table, let them know, and then they can cross you out. That means that you're not going to accidentally get put in and then called back. Equally, 20 minutes after the end of the session, if nobody's in, then you will be free to leave. A disqualification to report. Event 204, Heat 4, Lane 1 was disqualified for a technical infraction. That's event 204, Heat 4, Lane 1 was disqualified. 2 and 3 finalists are also available. Junior finalists are Austin Manley, Sam Brilker, Jacob Pemberton, Miles Willits, Lorenzo Cholan, Finley Dare, Harry Lucas, and Jackson Crabb. And then senior finalists are Jacob Mills, Luke Ibbison, Harley James, Jacob Whittle, Ruben Robotham Keating, Alex Andrews, Alexander Harrand, and Tyler Hollyman. Fourteen-year-old Isabel Rafferty of Bassetlaw is well in front in this 400 medley. She's on to her last 25 meters. Entry time for Rafferty of 5:33.0. She's going to be under 5:30. 5:27.42 this morning for Isabel Rafferty. This is heat 2.
Take your marks.
Swimmers, coaches, team managers, please can we have a coach or representative from Rushden and Grantham to the timing suite? A coach or representative from Rushden and Grantham to the timing suite, please. Thank you. This is heat 2 with a female 400 meters individual medley. Ava Steens is in lane 1. For the City of Leicester in 2, it's Olivia Tagg for Nova Centurion. Jessica Purser for Braunstons in 3. 4 is Chloe Morley for the City of Leicester. 5, Paige Bagshaw for Nova Centurion. 6 is Hannah Bruce for South Link. 7 is Iona Watson for Bassett Law. 8 is Isabel Plummer for Long Eaton. Halfway through the breaststroke leg on this second heat in a female 400 individual medley. There are 6 heats in total of this event here this morning. Well, this is incredibly close. Olivia Tagg in lane 2 and Paige Bagshaw in lane 5 only have a 1/10 of a second between each other. Olivia Tagg had a fantastic swim yesterday in the 1500. Aged only 12 years and doing exceptionally well here. Her 14-year-old teammate in the center will touch behind her as Olivia Tagg gets on the wall first. 5:23.49 for the youngster. One of the younger swimmers entered into the competition. Paige Bagshaw goes 5:23.94. Both of those fantastic times. Tagg, by the way, entered on a 5:32, first time under 5:30. Bagshaw entered on a 5:29 and has dropped it all the way down to a 5:23. So great to see the girls moving things along this morning. This is heat 3.
Take your marks.
A disqualification to report. The swimmer in event 205, heat 2, lane 4, was disqualified for a technical infraction. Philippa Cutmore's in lane 1 for Corby. Emily Talks in 2 for Lincoln Vulcans. In 3, Summer Churita for Repton. 4 is Emma Graham Brown for the City of Leicester. Nova have Sean Headley in 5 and Phoebe Benyon in 6. Zoe Ellis for Leicester Sharks in 7 and Sophie Lane, City of Leicester, in lane 8. Again, a close race taking place in a 400 medley heat this morning. Lanes 3 and 5 have very little between them, really. Summer Church is in 3, and Sean Headley's in 5. Headley representing Nova Centurion, Churita representing Repton. There is no second swim opportunity on the 400 medley at this event. We don't race a final in the 400 IM, so we will decide the medalists here and now. Sean Headley cementing this swim now as she comes into her last 25 meters. Entry time for the 14-year-old is a 5:21. Lane 8 suddenly flying to Sophie Lane with a great freestyle 100, but it's Sean Headley who will take first place, 5:16.60. Underneath 5:20 for the first time. Sophie Lane goes 5:17.69, also inside 5:20. In fact, the top 4 swimmers all inside 5:20. This is heat 4.
Take your marks.
This is the 4 feet in a female 400 meters medley. Effie Chapman's in lane 1 for Nova Centurion. Phoebe Adams of Northampton's in 2. Orna Lett for Northampton in 3. Alice Streeter for the Union Nottingham in 4. Chloe Gent, City Leicester in 5. Charlotte Callahan-Wetton goes in lane 6 for Nova Centurion. Jess Oxley, City Leicester is in 7. And Daisy Tallow-Turner, Chesterfield is in lane 8. We will be ending the session this morning with a swim-off. So right at the end of this session, we will have a swim-off in the open male 100 meters breaststroke. Halfway turn of this 400 medley for Alice Streeter at the Union Nottingham. 2:23.5, she turns in there. At the moment, she is 2 seconds inside PB pace. She set her lifetime best some 3 years ago. Could she be on for an all-time fastest 400 medley this morning? Last few strokes of breaststroke for Alice Streeter. She's looking to turn under 3:53. She's still 2 seconds inside that, 3:51.82. Lifetime best for the Union Nottingham swimmer is a 5:04.1. Well, this has definitely got to be on for Alice Streeter at a Union Nottingham. She came back in a 34 when she raced her PB. With 10 left to go, anything under 5:04 will be an all-time fastest swim. It's going to be close. She goes 5:04.30. It's just outside her all-time fastest, only by a few hundredths of a second. But still a great effort from Alice Streeter. Fastest time she's swum in well over a year. Jess Oxley seems to have taken the ball second, 5:11.28. And Ornaletta, 5:12.67 puts her in third. This is heat 5.
Take your marks.
Penultimate heat of 400 medley. Madeline Soper is in lane 1 for the Union Nottingham. Isla Coletta's in 2 for Repton. 4 is Alice Ball for Market Harborough. Sana Lafawla of Repton goes in 6. Sorry, 5 is Holly Gent of City Leicester. Then it's Sana Lafawla of Repton in 6. Francesca Hallam-Stott Nova's in 7, and Emily Louise Riach of Nova is in lane 8. Last few meters of this 400 medley. Alice Ball in lane 4 and Holly Gent in lane 5. Well, Ball has led throughout much of this race, but now here comes Holly Gent. Ball 28 years old. Holly Gent is only 14, and Holly Gent is going to sail past. It's Gent of the City of Leicester that touches first, 5:04.80. Alice Ball goes 5:05.60. And Madeline Soper, a 5:06.0. This is heat 6.
Take your marks.
Fastest heat at a female 400 meters individual medley. There are no finals here, so medals are won in the next few minutes. Francesca Harrison is in lane 1 for the City of Leicester. Aurelia Wawa is in 2 for Repton. Lily Freeman in 3 for Derby XL. Lane 4 is Shola Robinson for Loughborough Uni. In 5, it's Fruk Ludwig of Loughborough Uni. 6 is Clara Guinness for Repton. 7, Jenny Finch, City of Leicester. 8, Millie Wells, Loughborough Uni. Now remember, medals from 2 age groups to be decided. A junior and a senior gold, silver, bronze will be awarded. Robinson and Ludwig in 4 and 5 are both senior athletes, as are those who flank them, Freeman and Guinness in 3 and 6. Then Jenny Finch in lane 7, Aurelia Wawa in lane 2, and Fran Harrison in lane 1 are all junior athletes. So we could have a full set of gold, silver, bronze twice over just in this heat. There are enough athletes to make that mathematically possible. And just to really show how much of a challenge the Nationals times are this year, no one is yet to go inside a national qualifying time. The Swim England National Winter Championship time is a 5:02.0 for anyone born 2009 or younger. The fastest time we've seen was from the previous heat, Holly Gent, 5:04.80. I'll try and call the medals as they happen in this heat. Can be a little bit challenging with the different age groups, but we'll give it our best shot. So far, it is Ludwig who leads comfortably. The Loughborough Uni swimmer enters on 4:51.8. Shola Robinson enters on a far quicker 4:33. Well, unless she's planning to really go for this on a freestyle, then she's going to have her work cut out to try and catch her teammate. Lily Freeman of Derby XL in third place at the moment, chasing down Shola Robinson. Okay, last 25 meters on this turn. There is a battle for a silver and a bronze medal between lanes 4 and 3. Most likely, whoever touches first out of those two will take either the silver or the bronze. They'll probably go between both of them. Final 10 meters, though, and the gold, there is no doubt. It will go to Flug Ludwig of Loughborough University, 4:48.91 and a gold medal. And then joint second, so Lily Freeman and Shola Robinson tie for the silver medals. They will take silver each in the senior age group. Now let's try and figure out what's going to happen with the juniors. So Francesca Harrison is 16. She's just gone 5 minutes, 0.81. That's the gold medal in the junior championship. We've also seen Millie Wells and Jenny Finch. So Jenny Finch will be in that 5:06.89, but that will just miss out, I think, on the silver medal. This is the open male 100 meters butterfly, heat 1.
Take your marks.
And medalists confirmed in the 400 IM. So the bronze medalist Jenny Finch for the City of Leicester, silver medalist Holly Gent for the City of Leicester, and gold medalist Francesca Harrison for the City of Leicester. So City of Leicester 1, 2, 3 in the junior 400 IM. And then the senior age group, joint silvers for Lily Freeman and Shola Robinson, and the gold for Flug Ludwig of Loughborough University. Those medals will be available for collection at the medals desk. This is the first tee, the open male 100 meters fly. Lane 5 leads at the moment. This is Harry Lucas from the City of Leicester, a good few strokes clear. The 15-year-old's entry time is a 1:02.90. Hits the wall there in 1:01.48. Eddie Barron finishes second in a 63.6, and David Smuraura goes 1:04.60 to finish in third. This is heat 2.
Take your marks.
Thomas Townsend in 1 with Jacob Fish in 2. Ben Carlisle goes in 3. Jacob Harness in 4. Daniel Helbleston in 5. Edward Gregory's in 6. Sebastian Casey in 7. And Oliver Shepherd's in lane 8. Good turn there from lane 6. Edward Gregory leads into the last 15 meters, but now here comes lane 3 and lane 1. Ben Carlisle in 3, Tom Townsend in 1. It is Ed Gregory that gets there first, 1:02.02. Thomas Townsend, 1:02.50 on the outside, is the second quickest from the heat. Ben Carlisle finishes in third. This is heat 3.
Take your marks.
Noah Dewsnip is in 1, Finn Arnold in 2, Bradley Holland in 3, Zachary Jones goes in 4, it's James Lake in 5, Joel Harvey in 6, Case Al-Hijazi in 7, and Logan Day is in lane 8. Fantastic turn from lane 2 on that final opportunity. It's Finn Arnold who occupies lane 2 right now. Lane 5 coming back strong on the last 25 though. James Lake is in 5. It is James who finishes in first, 59.50. And Finn Arnold goes 59.70. So the top 2 swimmers both inside the minute mark. Bradley Holland 1 minute .68 puts him third. This is heat 4.
Take your marks.
Danny Barron goes in lane 1. In 2, it's Freddie Burdett. In 3, Lane Keyworth. Jack Bingl's in 4, Sam Brilka's in 5, Daniel Doyle in 6, Jack Hurry in 7, and Aaron Warren is in lane 8. Lane Keyworth touches just ahead of Sam Brilka, 27.26 to 27.40, and Brilka looking strong in the second half. Continues to be Brilka in control of this race. Final few strokes for Sam Brilka of Corby, who stops the clock in 57.86 this morning. That's down from a 59.4. Lane Keyworth goes 59.77 to finish second. This is heat 5.
Take your marks.
This is heat 5 of the Open Male 100 meters fly. Cole Angels in 1, Ben Barnes in 2, Miles Willits in 3, Henry Jones in 4, James Dobney's in 5, Joshua Singer is in 6, Jake Battle in 7, and Gareth Cox is in lane 8. Cole Angel going very well in lane 1, out in 26.78. Can he maintain that for another 50 meters? Well, he turns first at 75. A little short on the underwater, but still in the lead, and possibly increasing that lead into the last 5 meters. It will be Cole Angel in lane 1 who touches first, 58.05 for the young man from Kettering. Miles Willits goes 58.84, and Ben Barnes 58.86. Only 2 100ths between the two Repton swimmers in 3 and 2. This is heat 6.
Take your marks.
Roberts Burrell goes in lane 1. In 2, it's Lewis Mitchell. Luca Platers in 3. Ruben Robotham Keating in 4. Ethan Soppet Moss in 5. Harley James in 6. Alexander Laurie in 7. And Adam Fraser in lane 8. Loughborough Uni are in lanes 3, 4, 5, 6. Uni and Nottingham in 7. Rushton have lane 8. Corby have lane 2. And Derby Excel in lane 1. We are into the cyclically seeded heats of the 100 metres fly. Ruben Robotham Keating is the 3rd fastest entrant into the competition overall, and yet he's being challenged by Luca Plater in lane 3. With 10 to go, it is Plater who leads, just ahead of Robotham Keating. Luca Plater will finish first, 55.3. Robotham Keating goes 55.8. And Ethan Soppet Moss 56.3. This is heat 7.
Take your marks.
Heat 7 and 100 fly, penultimate heat. Damon Elliott's in 1. 2 is Mario Vasconcelos Blanche. In 3, it's Leo Pollock. Harrison Homans goes in 4. Luke Ibbison's in 5. Angelo Contini in 6. Jaden Leo's in 7, and Ryan Coles is in lane 8. It's Luke Ibbison of Loughborough Uni out in 25.69. 26.11 for Angelo Contini to turn second. The 3 Loughborough lads in the centre continue to lead through this penultimate heat. Gianni Contini was up first, but the underwater from Harrison Homans going to be difficult to challenge. It is Homans who gets there, 54.97. Luke Ibbison second in 55.20, and Angelo Contini goes 55.27. Qualification for this final is going to be tight, tight, tight. Heat 8 is the final heat.
Take your marks.
Roman Levchenko goes in lane 1. In 2, it's Dominic Simpson. 3 is Tom Parrott. 4 is Luke Greenbank. In 5, it's Charles Simpson. 6 is Maddox Roberts. 7 is Eden Rowe. And 8 is Sebastian Ebanks. And yes, I did say that. Luke Greenbank, Olympic medalist, goes in lane 4. Swimming butterfly, of all things. Of course, Greenbank, predominantly a backstroker. Well, tight between lanes 4, 5, and 6 on the final turn. Greenbank actually coming back stronger. He wasn't in the lead at the halfway turn, but it looks like he will be into the finish. Final few strokes, and Luke Greenbank will outtouch the rest here. 55.04 for Luke Greenbank of Loughborough University. Maddox Roberts goes 55.43 to finish second. Dominic Simpson goes 55.55 to finish third. And look at that, the top 4 swimmers there, all inside 55 seconds. Top 5 swimmers all inside 55,
Clear
wow.
the pool, swimmers. Clear the pool.
I will bring you the confirmed finalists for the 100 fly as soon as I'm able to. As you can see, we have the backstroke wedges on the way out, which means that we've got backstroke coming up. In fact, the female 100 meters backstroke is the event on the way next. This is heat 1.
Take your marks.
Alana Haker is in lane 1 for Nova Centurion. 2 is Amber Haycock for Northampton. 3 is Victoria Hudson of the City of Leicester. Millicent Goldfinch goes in lane 4 for Loughborough Town. Repton have Maisie Moore in 5. Caitlin Davidson and Novas in 6. Scarlett Humphrey of Loughborough Uni in 7. And Rose Webb of Northampton is in lane 8. The swimmers in the outside lanes here are para swimmers. So Alana is an S9 athlete. Amber Haycock is an S10. Scarlett in lane 7, S11, and Rose in lane 8 is S6. Those numbers might mean nothing to you, so just to very briefly go over the very complex classification system, there are 14 different types of para-swimming classification. Classifications 1 through 10 are for those with a physical impairment, with S10 athletes being the most significantly impaired, and S1 athletes being the most significantly impaired, S10 athletes being the least significantly impaired. The same for the visually impaired categories, S11 through S13, and you can see that we do have Scarlett Humphrey in lane 7, who is an S11 athlete. It is lane 4, Millicent Goldfinch, who finishes in first place, 110.33 for her. Amber Haycock finishes there, 115.36. And there is Scarlett Humphrey into the wall, 121.57. Still 2 para-athletes left to come. There is Alana Haker in and Rose Webb in.
Clear the pool, swimmers.
And well, as they clear the pool, I can let you know that that time from Scarlett Humphrey of 121.57 is a brand new British short course para record in the S11 classification. This is heat 2.
Take your marks.
Connie Banerjee is in lane 1 for Derby Excel. In 2, it's Evie Bevan for Hinckley. Holly Hale is in lane 3 for Northampton. Olivia Graham of Repton in 4. Ava Olivich goes in lane 5 for Dronfield. 6 is Kira Parker for Derby Excel. 7, Daisy Taylor for Bassett Law. And 8 is Sadie Llewellyn for Repton. Olivia Graham is leading things here. The 14-year-old from Repton has an entry time of 109.3. She'll stop the clock much earlier than that. 107.64 for Olivia Graham. 2 seconds faster than her entry time. Ava Olevich goes a 108.72. And Kira Parker a 109.04. This is heat 3.
Take your marks.
Notification of a disqualification, a swimmer in event 206, heat 2, lane 1. That's event 206, heat 2, lane 1, was disqualified for a technical infraction. Third heat, a female 100 meters backstroke. Daisy Tatlow Turner goes in lane 1. Alyssa Giroud's in 2. Faye Ayton Jones in 3. Isabella Parsons Loads in 4. Maisie Matthews is in 5. Amelia Atkinson in 6. Isabel Joyner in 7. And Dorothy Plumpton is in lane 8. Parsons Loads leads by a body length. The 14-year-old from Repton enters on a 68.4. And finishes in a 67.5. Almost a second taken off her entry time there. Isabel Joyner finished second, 109.41.
Clear the pool.
This is heat 4.
Take your marks.
Olivia Anstey goes in lane 1. Lucy Willits in 2. Abby Tunnicliffe's in 3. Martha Manson in 4. Julia Josviak's in 5. Zoe Ellis in 6. Sophie Alonso in 7. And Olivia McCall is in lane 8. Lanes 4 and 5 turn together. Martha Manson in 4. Julia Josviak in 5. Manson of Repton and Josviak of Sharks. Pretty much synchronized turns with 25 meters left to go. Now the last 10, and I can't separate these two at all. Entered on 107.6 and 107.7, and they go 107.0 and 107.0. Only 6/100ths of a second between Martha Manson and Julia Josviak.
Clear the pool.
This is heat 5.
Take your marks.
Spooners in lane 1, with Finch in 2, Wells in 3, Schillinger in 4. Gent in 5, Wingham in 6, Denham in 7, and Houghton in lane 8. This is the first of the cyclical heats. Kate Schillinger in lane 4. Goes 29.84 there. To turn in the lead at halfway. Schillinger, aged 15. Last few strokes for her now. The third fastest entrant into the competition goes a 101.25. The 15-year-old sails past the national standard of 105 flat. Gent goes a 103.5. Wingham a 105.16. This is heat 6.
Take your marks.
Elsie Hatton's in lane 1 with Sarah Dew in 2, Connie Davies in 3, Anna Tyers in 4, Holly Wayman's in 5, Eloise Cole in 6, Annabelle Blackbird in 7, and Maya Al Mohammed is in lane 8. Anna Tyers of Derby XL leads with only 25 left to swim now. Lane 3 up against it though. Connie Davies of the Union Nottingham. 19-year-old Davies will finish in second place with Tyers of DX finishing first, 102.94. Davies goes a 103.2 and Dew a 103.5.
Clear the pool, swimmers. Clear the pool.
Heat 7 is the final heat.
Take your marks.
Molly McGinley's in lane 1 with Madeline Soper in 3, Fenella Woodis in 4, Isabel Lees in 5, Macy Rowe in 6, Abby Turnbull's in 7, and Imogen Howitt is in lane 8. Well, this is incredibly close. Woodis goes in lane 4. Lee is in lane 5, and next to nothing between them. Woodis just gets there. 101.08. Isabel Lee, 101.27. Well, that wasn't clear at all until maybe the last stroke. Madeline Soper goes 104.15 to finish in third. Swimmers, coaches, team managers, please can we have a coach or representative from the University of Nottingham and Loughborough University to the timing suite, a coach or representative from the University of Nottingham and Loughborough University to the timing suite, please. Thank you. This is the open male, 50 meters backstroke, heat 1.
Take your mark.
Daniel Street goes in lane 2. 3 is Matteo Monaco. 4, Corey Buttrell Cornborough. In 5, it's Dylan Nightingale. 6 is Robbie Duff. And 7 is Finley Underwood. The outside seems to be in control here with lanes 2 and 3 both looking strong. Lane 2 might just be ahead. Dan Street in lane 2. No, he's touched out by Matteo Monaco. 28.62 to 28.65. 3/100ths of a second. Separate lanes 3 from lane 2. Finn Underwood finishes in 3rd for Rushton. This is heat 2.
Take your mark.
William Burdick's in lane 1, William Newham in 2, Marshall Golder in 3, Leighton Anderson Snowden in 4, Joshua Chirita in 5, Daniel Hebbleston in 6, Sebastian Casey in 7, and Joseph Hever is in lane 8. Commanding swim from Josh Chirita in lane 5. He's going to win this by more than a body length, 27.46 for the Repton swimmer. That is more than a second faster than his entry time. William Newham goes 28.29 to take second place.
Swimmers. Clear the pool.
This is heat 3.
Take your mark.
James Face goes in lane 1. John Pavlov is in 2. Cole Angel in 3. Carlo Vilgas goes in 4. Ryan Coles in 5. Giles Jr. is in 6. Finley Cordell in 7. And Logan Day is in lane 8. Well, there's about 6 swimmers that could take this. Lane 6, maybe first. No, I think it's 4. Yeah, Carlos Sierras Vilgas goes 27.26 to take
Clear
the
the
first
pool, swimmers.
touch.
Clear the pool.
Giles Cunningham finishes in second. And Cole Angel in third. Only a 10th between second and third there. Mighty close. This is heat 4.
Take your marks.
Dylan Jameson's in 1, with Dominic Bartoletti in 2, Martin Iankov in 3, Zachariah Dales in 4, Ethan Soppin-Moss in 5, Tyler Hollyman's in 6, 7 is Oliver Cunningham, and 8 is Ben Carlisle. Well, Zachariah Dale way out, 24.72 for the Repton swimmer, underneath 25 seconds. Martin Iankov goes 25.91,
Clear
and
the
Ethan
pool,
Soppin-Moss at
swimmers.
26.29.
Clear the pool.
Well, 24.72 certainly competes with the fastest times entered. The 18-year-old from Repton will be pleased with that swim, I'm sure. Heat 5.
Take your marks.
Joe Helps goes in lane 1 with Finn Arnold in 2, Jacob Brown in 3, Jacob Mills in 4, Christian Gale is in 5, Jeremiah Carnegie in 6, 7 is Jacob Pemberton, 8 is Henry Knight. Well, the World Championships athlete, World Junior medalist, Jacob Mills in lane 4, such as first by more than a body length, 24.75. Second, Christine Gale in 26.15.
Clear the pool, swimmers.
And Jacob Brown
Clear
goes
the pool.
26.35 to finish in third. Well, Jacob Mills sets one of the fastest times we've seen. Very close to the time we saw in a previous heat from Zachariah Dale, which is interesting. Still one more heat to come. This is heat number 6.
Take your marks.
Finley Dares in 1 with Leo Taylor in 2, Ben Hatfield in 3, Maddox Robertson in 4, Finn Brokoven in 5, 6 is Laurel Roberts Burrell, in 7 is Adam Fraser, and 8 is Sebastian Ebanks. Maddox Roberts leads by about a body length here, 24.61, that's lane 4 of the final. Finn Brokoven goes 25.40 to finish second, Ben Hatfield at 26.14. Again, finals qualification is going to be mighty close.
Clear the pool, swimmers. Clear the pool.
This is the female 200 meters fly, heat 1.
Take your marks.
Only 3 heats to the female 200 fly, and that means that we're straight into the cyclical heats. Miley Aram's in lane 1 for Derby XL. Holly Coleman is in lane 2 for Corby. Jessica Lyons is in lane 3 for the City of Leicester. 4 is Lydia Cordell for Repton. 5, Francesca Harrison for the City of Leicester. 6 is Chloe Gent for the City of Leicester. 7 is Isabel Sharp for Northampton. 8 is Sophia Reeder for the City of Leicester. Halfway turn, and Lydia Cordell is way out in front here, the 15-year-old swimmer from Repton, able to perform across pretty much all 4 strokes. Really strong at medley. Backstroke is probably her strongest individual event, and yet will come and quite happily race a 200 fly and do really, really well. Turns there in 1:38.0. Entry time for Cordell is a 2:13.10. Anytime underneath 2:23 for athletes born 2009 or earlier will qualify them for the Winter Championships. Lydia Cordell will stop the clock 10 meters ahead of anybody else here. 2:14.01 for the Repton swimmer is a new lifetime best for her. Jess Lyons goes 2:21.16, well inside the national qualifying time. First time underneath 2:23 this season for her. Francesca Harrison goes 2:25.59 to finish in 3rd for the City of Leicester. This is heat 2.
Take your marks.
Second heat of female 200 meters fly. It is Megan Blair in lane 1 for Colville. Charlotte Callahan-Wetton and Novas in 2. Holly Jocelyn and Repton in 3. Lucy Lesty of Repton in 4. Fruk Ludwig of Loughborough is in 5. Francesca Halmstott-Nova in 6. Elsie Hatton of Repton's in 7. And Stancy Crow of Bassett Laws in lane 8. Last 5 meters of this 200 fly for both Lucy Lesti and Frucht Ludwig. It is Ludwig who finishes first, 2:16.41. That's the 2-second best time for the Loughborough swimmer. Lesti in lane 4 finishes second. 16-year-old stops the clock on 2:17.81. Holly Jocelyn third. This is heat 3.
Take your marks. Yeah.
Philippa Gutmore is in lane 1 with Connie Renard in 2. Lucy Turner is in lane 3. 4 is Betsy Wizard. 5 is Alyssa Lowe. Chloe Morley is in lane 7. Olivia Tagg is in lane 8. Betsy Wizard comfortably in the lead here. 2:08.4 is her entry time, which is 2 seconds faster than anybody else has entered these championships. She is expected to win this heat by 6 seconds or so. Last couple of meters for Wizard. She'll be dancing around the 2:10 mark, 2:10.15 for the Northampton swimmer. Lucy Turner and Alyssa Lowe have hardly anything between them. 2 100ths in fact. Lucy Turner 2:17.95. Alyssa Lowe at 2:17.97. This is heat number, no it's not heat number, it is heat number 1, but it's the open male 200 meters individual medley.
Take your marks.
Lane 3 is David Smovara of Ricknold. 5 is Victor Bramley Howell of the City of Leicester. And lane 6 is Owen Johnson of Repton. Second medley event we've watched this morning. Obviously the 400 IM a little bit earlier, now onto the 200. Victor Bramley Howell in lane 5 of the City of Leicester. Aged 15, entry time of a 2:24.9. Has only got 10 meters left to swim here. He'll be close to that 2:24, maybe just underneath it. 2:23.33 for Bramley Howell of the City of Leicester. Samarawa goes 2:25.87. Johnson a 2:29.0. This is C2.
Take your marks.
Jacob Harness in lane 1. Robbie Duffs in 2. James Nightingale in 3. George Howard in 4. Theo Gillam in 6. Theo Black in 7. And Andrew McGurk is in lane 8. Finalists, I can confirm for the 100 fly. Junior finalists, Finn Arnold, Ben Barnes, Jaden Leo, Ethan Soppit-Moss, Sam Brilka, Miles Willett, Jake Battle and Logan Day. 17 years and over, Dominic Simpson, Luca Plater, Luke Ibbison, Harrison Homans, Luke Greenbank, Angelo Gianni Contini, Maddox Roberts and Charles Simpson. Finalists in the female 100 meters backstroke: Martha Manson, Jenny Finch, Macy Bruff, Kate Schillinger, Molly McGinley, Abby Turnbull, Amelia Denham, and Isabella Parsons Loads. Reserves: Olivia Graham and Annabelle Blackbird. And in the senior age group: Holly Waymond, Erin Chen, Anna Tyers, Fenella Woodis, Isabel Lee, Connie Davies, Sarah Dew, and Madeline Soper. Remember, swimmers, if you do need to withdraw from a final, please do so at the medals desk within 20 minutes of the end of the session. Final few meters of this 200 medley. Lanes 4 and 3 approaching the wall together. It's George Howard in 4. James Nightingale in 3. Lane 8 also going well. Howard gets there first, 2:21.0. Ahead of James Nightingale, 2:21.2. And Andrew McGurk, 2:21.8. This is heat 3.
Take your marks.
Edward Oscroft goes in lane 1 for Northampton. Finley Underwood of Rushton's in 2. Matthew Tompkinson of Louth in 3. Arian Naff of Corby is in lane 4. 6 is Jackson Crabb of the City of Leicester. 7, Zachary Jones for Northampton. And 8 is Oliver Smith of Radford. Finalists for the Open Male 50 minutes backstroke. Junior finalists are Joe Helps, Dominic Bartoletti, Jeremiah Carnegie, Ethan Soppit-Moss, Jacob Pemberton, Finn Arnold, Joshua Churita, and Finley Dare. And senior finalists are Christian Gale, Martin Iankov, Jacob Mills, Maddox Roberts, Zachariah Dale, Finn Brokoven, Benjamin Hatfield, and Laurel Roberts Burrell. Arian Naff touches in first place in the 200 medley, 2:17.8. Jackson Kramer 2:25. And Ed Oscroft only a 10th behind. This is heat 4.
Take your mark.
In lane 1, Max Burdett for City of Leicester. In 2, it's Zach Hopkinson for Grantham. Harry Lucas is in lane 3 for the City of Leicester. Ben Carlisle goes in lane 4 for Grantham. Lane 5 is Marshall Golder of Hinckley. In lane 6 is Jacob Fish for Grantham. 7 is Thomas Collins for Bassetlaw. And 8 is Harvey Alsop for Repton. Harry Lucas of the City of Leicester leading comfortably currently. He turns first with 50 meters, 1:46.18. Lane 1 is Max Burdett in second place at the moment. Last 15 meters for Harry Lucas of the City of Leicester. He will stop the clock first. 2:16.33. Max Burdett finishes second in 2:19.8. And Harry Alsop 2:21.8 to finish in third. This is heat 5.
Take your mark.
Mateo Monaco is in lane 1 for South Links. In 2, it's Thomas Townsend for Repton. 3 is Morgan Farrar for the City of Lincoln. Lane 4 is Finn Arnold of Repton. In 5, Dominic Bartoletti of Repton. Lane 6 is William Newham for Calverton Bingham. 7 is Seth Hems Gilson for Repton. and 8 is Arthur Blacklaws for the City of Leicester. Last 50 for Finn Arnold of Repton. 16-year-old, 2:15.7 is his entry time. You want to go underneath 2:12 to make Winter Nationals. Last 10 meters for Finn Arnold of Repton. Bang on 2:15 again, 2:15.14, so he does move it on a little bit this morning. William Newham finishes second. Thomas Townsend in the top 3. This is heat 6.
Take your mark.
Lane 1 is Jack Smith for the City of Leicester. In 2, it's Jeremiah Carnegie of Repton. 3 is Alex Andrews of Repton. Lane 4 is Oliver Caddick of Loughborough Uni. 5 is Thomas Wilkinson for Loughborough Uni. 6 is Tyler Toombs for Nova Centurion. In 7, it's Carlos Sierra Vilgas of Chesterfield. And 8 is Cole Angel of Kettering. Nineteen-year-old Thomas Wilkinson leads through the final turn at this end. At the moment in second place, it's Jeremiah Carnegie of Repton. As we take the last 25 meters. And there's the finish from Thomas Wilkinson, 2:07.64. Second is Alex Andrews in 2:09.51. And Jeremiah Carnegie goes 2:10.10 to finish in third. This is heat 7.
Take your marks.
Lane 1 is Nicholas Sauko Pavola. In 2, it's Finley Caudle. 3 is Roman Levchenko. Austin Manley goes in lane 4. Dominic Simpson in 5. Ben Roberts in 6. Jack Hurry in 7. And James Lake is in lane 8. Remember, at the conclusion of this event, we will have a swim-off in the 100 meters breaststroke. And possibly another swim-off as well that's still to be confirmed. But don't go anywhere. Right at the end of this 200 IM, there's one more heat to come. And then we will have a swim-off in the 100 meters breaststroke to follow that. '19-year-old Dominic Simpson leads by a body length at the moment on Austin Manley in lane 4, but Manley coming back strong. Just changed gear in the last 10 meters of this breaststroke leg. Suddenly upped his stroke rate. Manley, of course, part of the British team sent out to the European Youth Olympic Festival this summer. Last 10 meters. Dominic Simpson absolutely going to take the heat here. He's looking for a place in that senior final and a central lane as well. 2:05.54 for the Loughborough Uni swimmer. Less than half a second outside his entry time. Austin Manley finishes in second. 2:08.54 this morning for the 15-year-old. This is heat 8.
Take your marks.
Lane 1 is James Dobney of Grantham. Elliot Sibley of Repton goes in 2. And then Loughborough Uni have Rico Brinjman in 3, Vadim Bosk in 4, Luke Greenbank in 5, Jack Bignall's in lane 6 for Northampton, 7 is Aman Tethi of Rushden, 8 is Ruben Hubringer of Repton. Well, Luke Greenbank choosing to swim some different events this weekend. We saw him already in the 100 fly, now he's back in the pool on the 200 IM. Olympic and World Championship medalist. Uses the backstroke to out-touch Bosk, but only by 0.3 of a second. And now Bosch starting to use the breaststroke to move away. Strong underwaters from Greenbank. .50 left to go. Bosk enters on a 1:59.8. The only man in the meet to enter underneath 2 minutes for 200 medley. Greenbank determined not to let him go and uses his underwater to try and draw level. And with 10 left to go, I still can't quite rule Greenbank out. Really close on the finish between these two. It is Bosk first, but only by 7/100ths of a second. Greenbank with a fantastic last 25. Rico Brinchman in third, making it a Loughborough 1-2-3 in the fastest heats.
Clear the pool, swimmers. Clear the pool.
So don't go anywhere. Swim off still to come. Swim off still to come. Please can swimmers for this swim off reports behind the blocks. Looking for swimmers for the swim off to please report behind the blocks. Ready? Finley Underwood and Zach Hopkinson. This is the swim off.
Take your marks.
Well, this for a place as reserve finalist. It doesn't automatically qualify them for the final. They would need to have a withdrawal in order to be eligible to race the final. However, Finley Underwood and Zach Hopkinson tied in 9th place. They both swam 1:10.21. Now Hopkinson has only just got out of the pool after swimming a 200 IM. He was in heat 4 of the 200 medley. And Finley was in heat 3. But it's Underwood who leads by a body length into the final turn. Is he going to get caught by Zach Hopkinson? Fantastic underwater from Zach Hopkinson, and now they're side by side as we take the last 10 meters. Hopkinson has started to move for Grantham, and it is going to be Zach Hopkinson that times it to perfection. 1:10.26 for Zach Hopkinson. Beautifully timed. just outside the time that he went in his original heat
Clear the pool.
by 5/100ths. Finney Underwood finishes second there in 1:10.95. And it looks like we do have one more swim off. I'm figuring all this out just as much as you guys are. 100 fly swim off coming up next. This is the swim off.
Take your marks.
Leo Pollock is in lane 4. Tom Parrott is in lane 5. These two again tied in joint 9th, so there would need to be a withdrawal for them to qualify for a final. But finals qualification was so incredibly tight on the 100 flight. They both went 55.85, 55.56 was 8th, 55.55 was 7th, and it doesn't get much more different than that. 25 meters left to go. By my eye, first to that wall was Tom Parrott, but only by fractions. Leo Pollock trying to come back, but Parrott seems to be the stronger of the two as they take the last 5. It will be Tom Parrott of Loughborough Uni, 54.76. Well, if Tom Parrott had done that time in the heats, then he would have qualified in lane 5 of the final.
Clear the pool.
That's how fast the swim-off was. In fact, scratch that. He wouldn't only have qualified in lane 5 of the final, he would have qualified lane 4 of the final. That was the fastest time we've seen in the 100 fly, except he did it in the swim-off. Now, that doesn't put him in the final. That means that he's still first reserve. He's certainly proven it to himself that he can do the time. Well, a massive thank you to our officials for this session. You can now head off poolside for a well-deserved rest. Let's have a look at some session timings. So next warm-up will be from 12:30, and we'll be starting racing from 1:30. So half an hour's time we'll begin warm-up, and then we'll be starting racing from 1:30. And if you're looking to join us for finals tonight, those start from 6:15. Warm-up for finals will be from 5:30, and the session will start from 6:15.